Hey, today it's all about the Jack Audio Server. So what is Jack? Jack is an audio server for the demands of audio production work. So what can you do with Jack? Jack lets you record and process audio with low latency. Connect your hardware to software. This applies to audio and MIDI. Connect different software with each other. This also applies to audio and MIDI. Before we start with installing the Jack Audio Server, please make sure you already watched my other video about how to prepare Linux for audio production. Otherwise, there may be some difficulties with using Jack. So on Ubuntu, we go to the Ubuntu Software Center and we type qjack-ctl. This is a user interface for Jack and it comes bundled with Jack. And we click here to install it. I already have installed it. We then start the software. This is the main window of the qjack-ctl software. On the left side we have a start-stop button. We have the buttons with messages, session, connect and patch bay. In the middle we have a display showing all the information and the transport buttons. On the right side we have the quit button, setup button and about button. We start by clicking the setup button. Here we have our main setup window. We can save and load presets here, and here we have the main parameters. Here we can select the driver, we leave that by ALSA. Here we have the real-time setting, we leave that on. Here we can choose the interface. Here we can choose the sample rate, frames per period and periods per buffer. These two settings here set the latency. The latency is shown here. I have a latency with 4 milliseconds. Normally we don't have to change something on the advanced settings. We leave that all to default. Back to our main window, we just hit the start button. I already have started it. When we click connect, the connections window opens. As you can see, I've already done some connections. We can make connections for audio, MIDI and ALSA MIDI. On the audio tab we have our system capture devices here and our system playback devices here. We can connect, for example, our capture device by drag and drop, for example here. Then there's the connection here. Or we can choose a client here, click it here, and then click here, and then click connect. You can also have multiple connections to multiple clients. For example, the capture device is going to here and also going to here. You can also disconnect your clients if you click, for example, here and then hit disconnect. The same thing is with MIDI devices. You can also drag and drop it to connect them or disconnect them here. If we click patch bay here, we can create our own connection layouts. We add some output sockets here and some input sockets here, and then we can save it. And later on we click on load and have all the connections restored. So this was my short tutorial about the Jack Audio Server. If you liked it, please leave a like, or if you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. I see you in the next video.